Welcome back to Michelle Sans and Traveling Beauty with tips on how you can do makeup in under 10 minutes for your Zoom calls. For those who have not watched part 1 yet, I encourage you to go back there. And for those that are ready, let's jump right into part 2 with our tip number 5.
Eyebrows. A lot of time on camera, you lose some of your eyebrow color. So if you can use a pencil or even a powder just to lightly fill in the places that we have sparseness, that's going to really help to open the eyes and create more of an awake look.
What kind of trends do you see in eyebrows right now?
Eyebrows are very big. They've been big for a couple of years. I tend to want them to be more natural versus to be very thick. So usually I'll use the powder even on myself. I do have dark brows, but I use it more to fill in right in the front. A lot of my clients who are blonde, where you would know you take a picture and they don't have any eyebrows. So for photos, for your Zoom calls, you do need a little bit more or you do lose them on camera.
Tip number 6.
So number 6 would be applying a mascara. I always say black is the best way to go. And one trick to, again, give more of that open eye look and more awake is after you've applied your coat of black mascara is to use the eyelash curler. This is a tool that can probably cost about $5 to $7 at your drugstore, but it makes such a difference. So what I suggest is put that nice coat of mascara on, let it set for a minute, and then go and curl the lashes. Our lashes typically grow straight. By using the curler, we get a crimp, almost like a curl to the hair that lifts the lashes up and creates that more wide-eyed open look.
Mascara first.
Yeah. Without the mascara first, your lashes are just too soft to hold that curl that we're trying to create.
And that's good to know that those are not that expensive either.
Yeah, very inexpensive, nothing fancy. What is important is that you do clean it. Mascara can build up on it, which can lead to sometimes pulling. And we want to make sure between each eye, you can just get a tissue or a Q-tip and just run it along the rim to give it a nice clean. When I work with clients, and it does look like a medieval tool, I won't lie, and I always ask people if you're comfortable with me curling the lashes, and then ask, are you comfortable before you totally close? If you're ever feeling any pinching or pulling, you're a little bit too close and you want to open up and then start again a little bit further onto your lashes.
Tip number 7.
To set everything, so we want what you're doing to last, is just put on a translucent powder, and that's going to help set the makeup so it lasts longer for you.
And our last tip, tip number 8.
Last one would be just the ease of putting a lip gloss onto the lips. And I usually would suggest going 1 to 2 shades darker than your lip color. So when you're on a Zoom call, you don't want it to be too bright. You don't want it to be too much because, again, we're trying to make it look like we didn't work so hard at it, but again, giving more of a polished professional appearance on camera.
Why do you suggest using a lip gloss over a lipstick?
Yes, a lipstick can be a little too thick, where a lip gloss also takes less precision to apply. You can just sweep it right on the lips and you're ready to go.
Michelle, I'm also curious about, for those that might be interested to contact you, what processes do you have in place right now in the current situation with COVID? Maybe we can talk a little bit about that for a minute.
Sure. So for our reopening process, we all, as licensed cosmetologists, went through the process of being Barbicide COVID-19 certified. So these were all rules and regulations that we had to take to pass our state boards. So it was more of a refresher of our everyday practices. So very proud that everyone, including myself, and that works for me, we are licensed. We are also insured, and we're following COVID-19 protocols. So what that means is when we arrive, we are wearing masks during our consultations. People are sometimes within their own home. So we do get asked, oh, you can take your mask off, you're okay. But it's our way of protecting ourselves as well as our clients. So we do keep our masks on the entire time. We also have, as far as brush sets, everyone gets their own brush set that is used on them. Then that is put away and that is disinfected through the process that we're supposed to be doing. Same thing with hair brushes, hair pins. Once we work with a client and say we create a beautiful updo, they want to take it down because they're looking a little fancy for the rest of their day. All those pins get taken with that client and they're not reused. So it's all things that we should be doing every day. It was just a reminder of, because of the times we're living in now, how we should be conducting our business.
And that's it for part 2 of our makeup tips from Michelle Sanz and Traveling Beauty. I hope you enjoyed this. Michelle is also going to be here for chats to answer any questions you might have on hair, makeup, or anything else. I encourage you to join us in on the chat and ask your questions. And Michelle's tips are all going to be here with the video as well and on the events page. So if you want to reach out to her, there's all the phone numbers and email addresses, everything right there for you. With that, enjoy the rest of your conference, and thanks so much for stopping in.
Awesome. Thank you. Look forward to hearing from everyone and enjoy today's event.